Hello and welcome to Let's OTT, Let's Connect. I am Rishira Ganguly, and we are today joined with two very talented actresses from the series Girls Hostel 2.0. Your very own Zahira, Parul Gulati, and Jo Srishti Shrivastava is here to talk to us about the new season. So, how are you both? Is there any, nervous jitters that you're feeling before the before the new release?
There's a lot of excitement. Also, I really want to know how people are perceiving it, how they are liking it. So just that jitterness, but it's excitement, and yes, more excitement to know what people are thinking about it because हमने तो अपना काम कर दिया.
First question: toppling the authority has a new face. And perhaps that face is kind of, hidden in all of us, especially the Indian youth. So, how was the table read, when discussing season two's new theme and concepts?
I feel it was very different actually this time when we sat, and before the table read we also had something which was called beats. So we were discussing the beats before we went into the script reading. So I remember it was the four of us: Parul, me, Simran, and Ehsas, and Shreyasi, our writer. And we were she just spoke to us. She's told us the entire story in a gist, and highlighting some of the important beats that changed the story. And I remember all of us were like, what? What? Because it was so different from the first season. It is so much more dramatic. It's so much more real, and it's talking about real important things. And our characters who have always been doing smaller things, getting out of college, figuring out who's stolen whose bra, is are now put in a position where they never thought they would be. So I think it was very, very exciting. And our readings also have been quite detailed, and there was lots of discussion around why Zahira does this or why Joe does this, and why is Richa taking a stand here, whatever. So it was very elaborate. And I think we worked on our characters also more elaborately this time than we did the last time. So
Hmm.
it was a very, very different experience to do the second season of Girls Hostel.
Whatever she said, I mean, we were in it together, and that's the best part about the show was I think all of us were on the same page. We were mutually feeling what the other person was feeling, which is it's very rare. Like six of us, all four of us as actors, then our writer Shresi and our director Chatty. Somehow there were moments, not always, there were moments that we all six of us were on the same page. I don't know what Simran वो अलग page पे होती है हमेशा.
छोटी है वो.
बहुत छोटी है अभी. So मिली को छोड़ के, but everyone else was cerebrally so much involved, and there was so much happening. For me, that was like different for any set to happen something like that where everyone agrees to one thing. There are very less disagreements that I think of it like that and I want to do it like that. I think it was very rare.
And it was very exciting also at the same point to see our characters go through this very fresh journey. It was it was, and as actors, we're so hungry, we want to do things. And this season gave us that. So we were just very happy.
That's such a good thing to hear that, there were less disagreements at the table read and more agreements regarding the theme and concept.
Or while shooting, there were less disagreement. Table read, yes, your question was only regarding the table read. Table read, I think we were just letting our Sutradhar tell us what we need to do and we were just listening mostly.
Okay, so that is also sort of, you guys got to understand your character better then.
Yeah.
So, Parul, Zahira is the new face of rebellion against bullying and is, coming out of her shell. So, tell us about your character in the new season.
So if you see her in season one, she loves to bully people. She's bullying Richa when Richa has just entered the hostel for the first time. I'm kind of, and then when I have my fashion contest, something I do, I don't remember. What was it, Srishti? That's
Yeah, it was
episode two.
yeah,
Fresher, Miss
basically what
Fresher.
miss,
Some
right.
Miss Fresher kind of thing. So there also I was like, oh, I know it more than you. And then this shift where she decides that I'm going to take a stand against something that's so wrong. And instead of just watching it from here, the other day Srishti said, हम सब बात तो करते हैं अपने कमरों में, लेकिन एक्शन कितने कम लोग लेते हैं किसी चीज के अगेंस्ट. So वो Zahira सीजन में वो एक्शन ले रही है. She's taking that step. Jo is also taking her own step, but in a different way. Zahira is just going at it. Jo is planning. She is like कि कुछ करना है तो उसको कुछ सोच समझ के करना है. So वो journey ek jo hai, I think it's together. I can't say it was just Zahira's journey.
Shrishti, your character arc is, it's defining the emotional roller coaster that the season is going through. So, talk to us about your character and her new avatar that we are seeing. Her finally, coming out and being someone who people actually admire and actually respect a lot. So, yeah, tell us about your character's journey in season 2.
Oh God, it was so overwhelming and I'm very lucky that I get to play these characters that people want to be like. I want to be like Joe at some point. I wish Srishti had the courage that Joe has. But it was exciting for me as an actor, and it was extremely tough also, because I remember when we started shooting, because first season Joe was really light, and I was like, oh my God, I have to create the same thing. So first 3-4 days I was nervous, and I used to tell Chatty, aa nahi raha, nahi raha, nahi raha, nahi raha. So Chatty is just like, wait, COVID, this, that, just relax, this. And then there is one scene where I cracked Joe finally. I remember nobody was there that day. Un sabka shoot khatam ho gaya tha. Ye last mein we were shooting. I performed it. I ran to the corner and I broke down because my body has never seen that, has never experienced that kind of emotion, that kind of anger, rage. So I got very lucky, I feel, to play Jo, because in the first season she has a few layers, but in the second we have explored her character deep, very, very, very deep. So she is vulnerable, she is impulsive, she is emotional, and she is also distant. So there is so much to play with. एंड मुझे बोलते बोलते थोड़े से ना गूजबम्स आ रहे हैं कि मतलब कितना मजा आया था मुझे ये करने में. एक मेरा और जाहिरा का भी सीन है जो हम लोग छत पे करते हैं, वो भी इतना सुंदर था जब हम परफॉर्म कर रहे थे और जैसा वो आया है. तो खेलने के लिए बहुत मिला. सो एज एन एक्टर आई एम वेरी, वेरी सैटिस्फाइड. इट वाज अ वेरी मीटी पार्ट फॉर मी.
Talk to us about the character dynamics that you share in this season, because there is, some kind of a resistance, but there's also like a support there. There's also understanding. You sort of want this whole chaos to be kind of over and just, dono gale mil jao and sort your issues out. But how did you kind of figure out the character dynamics that you want to show in this season?
First of all, I want to say these questions are so unlikely and so nice and detailed. As Srishti said, it was first few days of just figuring it out. And then while being in the moment and realizing how we need what we want from a particular scene, after a point, it was kind of organic and not pushed. But again, Srishti's seen the show. I have not seen it yet. So she has so much to say. I'm still clueless. I'm still very, very clueless. And I'm kind of lost. It's just 2 days to go now. And I'm very, very lost. So I'll let Srishti take this one.
I feel like we worked individually on our characters a lot, and we were all in the same van, Ehsas, Parul, and me. So whenever we had scenes together, we would discuss it. तो पहले तो हमारी जो राइटर है श्रेयसी से बहुत देर बात होती थी, क्योंकि she would come into the van, वो बैठ के अपना कॉफी पी के, देख ऐसा है और ये है वो है, ऐसा होता है ये होता है, अच्छा ठीक है. तो हम लोग सुन रहे होते हैं. Then Parul and I, ki, dude, how are we going to play this? So there was lots of discussion and lots of will to make it a good scene. That's why it turned out to be the way it is. And so there was enough prep. And also we are very close. We know we can play off each other as actors. That's what we keep telling each other also. Ki, it's nice to work with you because I play off what you do and you play off what I do. So together we make a good team. तो वो मिल गया जैसे भी मिलना. Yeah.
Last question: what can the audience expect from this season?
Wow, lots of real stuff, drama. I've only seen the first episode. There's so much happening. There's so much
Yeah.
happening. You always think, "Yare, slow beginning hai." इसमें beginning में ही there's so much happening. We've established so much. So if season one was just, it was just the trailer of what is to come, basically. So if you liked season one, there's so much more in season two. That's what you can expect. And I so want every girl to watch this season. Every girl must watch this because there's so much that we have misconception of women as women, especially even men. I think they should also watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
They
we
should
just
watch
think
more.
that women are, they should watch it even more because they think that women could only be just this. But oh my
Hmm.
god, even a special shout out to Khushbu. She is so good. Khushbu is Palak, who plays my left, right hand both. And she's carrying this forward so well. I've only seen episode one, so I can vouch for her.
Well, I hope that the audience finds the new season as riveting as I found it. All the best for your new season. I hope the audience loves it as much as I do. I may be a little bit too excited for it, but honestly, my excitement is, I mean, it's right there. So I am not at all apologetic for my excitement, and I'm so sure that the audience will love it too. Thank you for
Thank you
joining.
so much. Thank you.
Thank you. It was such a good one. Thank you. Thanks
Yeah,
for the
really.
question.
Thank you.
Really.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Rashira. Bye.
Bye.